What is up, guys? Happy Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining us on The Sprint. I hope you're having a great afternoon or a great evening. And you already know what we do here. We're all about taking that break from the heavy drama of the news cycle and just spending time together, having conversations about things that'll make you smile, things that get people talking, things that'll make people feel good and see the good in our communities across our nation and here on a local level. Today's story, we're talking about this right here, man. If you're looking at your screen, we got a water rescue, if I've ever seen one. This Texas man jumping into action. I'm telling you, an angel placed at the right place at the right time to help this person get out of the vehicle. We're going to get into that, all that would happen in that case coming up later on in the sprint. And again, it's going to be one of those stories that make you feel good and see that there is good in our community. First and foremost, speaking of good in our community, we got to give some love to an Allegheny County teen being recognized by the people who showed up to his house while it was on fire. Check it out. Carter Nicely says that he's thankful that his entire family was able to make it out safely that day, but it's thanks to Carter's quick response to wake up his parents and call 911 that led his family to safety. The Sharon Fire and Rescue Team in Allegheny County surprised the teen with a life-saving award.
I'm honored. I'm surprised. I had no idea what was going on when I got here, but no, I'm just honored to be able to receive such an award.
So the award has only been given once before by the department. Again, this is one of those things that shows you that, hey, you don't have to wear a cape to be a hero. You don't have to wear a cape or go extremely fast or fly or do any crazy things just to save a life. And he did just that. And because of him, his family is living to fight another day. So again, congratulations to him. A well-deserved award right there. Now, we got something interesting to tell you guys about. And I think it's pretty interesting because I am one of the ones who, if I'm on a very long flight, I will get a cocktail in 2 seconds. Not because I'm, struggling with some of the addiction or anything, but again, it's just something to do right there on the plane. You're burning time, watching a movie, you're in the skies, looking at the clouds, having a good time. Well, apparently in our health watch, they're saying that if you are on a summer flight, you might want to push the pause button on getting that complimentary wine while you're in the air. So here's why. It says a study published in the journal Thorax found that drinking alcohol on a plane combined with sleeping causes heart strain. That's because air pressure and oxygen levels in flight is lower than typical conditions on Earth. Combine that with alcohol consumption and sleep, you can get an intensified drop in oxygen saturation in your blood. The study author says that instead, the best way to stay hydrated is to drink water. I hear you, study. Trust me, I do. I get it. And it's cool you got to keep that and take that into consideration because, again, Lord knows we don't need anything like super dangerous happening in the air. But it's crazy that this study just came out. Like, I always look at these kind of studies and I'm like, okay, I see you've been testing this and stuff, but my advice to you, and like I say, you just don't have to have a cocktail in the air, but if you're going to have one, just don't take a nap, try to work your way around it. But either way, this is something to keep in mind. It's something that I'm actually going to be thinking about because it just did its purpose. But again, Jenna was talking about this earlier. What about the people that are at the bars before getting on their planes? That's something that you are consuming something before you get on the plane. So either way, you take this advice and do what you will with it. It's completely up to you. That's what we do. We put the information out there. You make your own decisions. I personally, probably if my flight is, again, more than an hour and a half, I might still get my little complimentary wine cocktail, okay? That's just me, though. Don't do what I'm doing if you don't want to, but that's just me. Let's get right into streamflation, okay? So check this out. The streaming service struggle. Juggling subscriptions to several streaming services is getting more difficult. The services are upping their prices, including ads, and building with other platforms. So this is something to keep in mind, man. Spotify is the latest to raise prices as the premium plan increases $1, while other plans increasing by $2 or $3 a month. On the video streaming side, prices are also getting higher. recent study shows that American households spend $61 per month on streaming services. It says that's up about $15 from last year. A breakdown of the streaming prices and how you can save some money. Of course, I've been talking about that today or on today. This is one of those situations where, again, you have to be careful because I'm one of the type of people that when I get involved in a streaming service, I don't watch it every day. Like Netflix, the only reason why I started watching that recently is because somebody told me, hey, check out this new kind of series thing is about a true story, and that's why I've been watching it. I don't use Netflix like that, but yeah, you forget to deactivate your account. It's just constantly taken out every month. You know, Disney Plus, Peacock, and Paramount Plus, like all these extra services. I think I don't even watch HBO Max right now. I think the only time I watch that is when Game of Thrones or House of Dragons is on. So all that to say, it's easy to forget about the prices that you are subscribing to. And that stuff, it adds up at the end of the month, especially if they're being taken out every single day, just pop after pop after pop. And again, you're not even using it that much. So if I personally am speaking to you guys, go back and see what services are you using, what services you can deal without, because obviously they're up in prices. Everybody's trying to keep up with this economy that's kind of bonkers right now. So you got to do what you got to do to survive. And ain't no way in the world we need to be wasting money on a streaming service when we could easily just find another option of entertainment for a cheaper price. Let's get to our weather, man. It was felt good this morning. I know yesterday went walking with Bo. Felt pretty decent outside. I know some rain showers were here and there. Today apparently is going to be a copy and paste of it. So let's get to meteorologist Chris Michaels with your Tuesday forecast.
Hey there, guys. Happy Tuesday. Warm and humid again with some very pop-up storms today. I think we see more than just a few pop-ups Wednesday afternoon and evening. All of this would move slowly from west to east. Drier and breezy afterward. That's going to set things up pretty nicely for the upcoming weekend.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Coming up after the break, do not turn us off just yet because we got some stuff to come your way. For example, the fast food chains duking it out with some value menus, trying to make fast food a little bit affordable nowadays. Also, it's National Cheese Day. We're going to get into some cheesy stories for you. And we're talking about this rescue that you do not want to miss. It's one of those things that will kind of get your heart stopping because you see how intense that water flow is. Well, this guy right here, not even a first responder or anything, just a good Samaritan stepping in at the right time, at the right place. So yeah, we get into that story and so much more coming your way after the break. Again, do not go anywhere. WSLS.com is the Sprint. Welcome back to the Sprint, guys. Let's get right into this battle for the ages, man. We're talking about fast food chains fighting for the best one of the value menus to get those deals going, of course, during this very, very economic, struggling kind of time. But I'm like I said, I welcome it, okay? So check it out. This is what's going on so far. Wendy's have a $5 menu and is offering breakfast deals for just $3. Then you got Burger King following suit with their return of its $5 your meal or your way meal. And then Chicken Chain KFC offering its Taste of KFC deals starting at $4.99. The real reason for all this, again, is the National Restaurant Association says pressure for affordability comes as we deal with higher menu prices while pulling back spending after several years of high inflation. It makes so much sense because, you know, I was joking about it earlier, but I am so serious. I will go to McDonald's and I'll get, call me a bad parent or whatever you want, but I will give Bo a Happy Meal, like a little cheeseburger and some French fries, and then I will get a cheeseburger and French fries and a drink, and that right there, my prices, next thing I know, they're just like $11.99, $12.99. I'm like, when did this, why? It just seems like every time I go, it gets higher and higher and higher, and I'm just like, man, I mean, obviously you don't have to have fast food, but for people who are on the go all the time, this is kind of one of the things that they eat. You know, one of the easiest, convenient ways to stop by, grab a bite, get back on the road and head out. But now, you know, with the prices being so expensive, yeah, you got to think twice about it. But hey, like I said, I welcome this competition. I welcome this battle. Let's go see who can get down as low as $1. I am all about it. Again, say what you will. We got to get what we got to get. We got to do what we got to do. Moving on, man. Speaking of food in that same vein, National Cheese Day. Check it out. It says that whether right off the block or in your favorite dish, it's time to celebrate cheese. Today is National Cheese Day. Die-hard cheese fans already had the chance back in March to celebrate the food. 2024 World Championship Cheese Contest held in Wisconsin crowned its champion. It says a Hornbacher cheese from Switzerland took the title. But there are so many varieties of cheese that fans enjoy year-round. It's a snack that's great standalone or in a recipe. That includes grilled cheese sandwiches, pizza, and of course, a good old mac and cheese. So I am a basic chick. Basic, that's just me. I keep it simple. American cheese, give me some mozzarella cheese every once in a while. I'll eat a cheese stick or something like that. On my pizza, I'll eat extra cheese. On my salad, give me the Parmesan cheese. But all that extra stuff with the little colors in it, like I know this one guy was aging a cheese for so long, I couldn't help in the back of my mind but think that that thing has to be raw. Like, I don't know what the heck I don't know. It just doesn't look appetizing for me. But then again, you're talking to a person who is not much of a cheese person. Whereas Jenna Zimpton loves cheese, and she was just talking about how she's down to clown with all of it. I know a lot of people got their little charcuterie boards out, and they're just pumped to do it. So again, if I'm describing you, be sure to celebrate today because today is made for you, National Cheese Day. Go ahead and get your little cheese on, man. Get the cheese on. All right, in Texas, a Conroe man is being called a hero after rescuing a driver that was stuck in high waters during severe weather. The dramatic scene caught on camera and shows the ongoing attempt to get the driver to safety. Again, this is one of those stories that I was looking at and I was just like, oh my God, like, thank God that he stepped in when he did to rescue a person. Again, just not as a first responder or anything like that, just trying to figure out what he can do to make sure a life is not taken. So, yeah, let's get into the story. It's a real sweet story, so check it out.
How do you get him out? Windshield?
A daring rescue caught on camera. That red truck already submerged in water in this drainage ditch by the time Robert Chance arrived. The truck's driver still stuck inside.
He was waving.
Waving,
So see him.
and you've seen his boots. At least this is what it looked like to me, was his boots hitting the windshield.
In this cell phone video, shot by Robert's girlfriend, Renee, you can see him returning to his own truck to get a hammer. No hesitation.
And he grabs the hammer and he's ready to just jump over the edge. Like he's not thinking, he's just going. It's primal.
This good Samaritan taking that hammer to the truck's windshield, breaking it. But the video ends there when they call 911. Robert tells us he later broke the truck's rear passenger window and pulled the driver out that way.
He was already starting to come out. Well, I grabbed him by the shirt and just make sure that he wasn't going to fall into the water. I grabbed him and I just kept a really good tight grip on him and I just kept him on.
Finally, another man with a ladder helped them up. Speaking to us tonight, despite his actions, Robert says he's no hero, just a construction guy who happened to have the right tools for the job.
I see somebody in need, especially this dire of need, and I just jump in and I just go straight for it.
The man he rescued, alive and doing okay, thanks to quick actions from a few fearless bystanders, but they say they were just lucky to have taken a wrong turn that day, and it brought them here.
We were in the right place at the right time.
Right time, yeah.
And he did what his body said he should do, and that man got to go home to his family.
If it happened again today, no hands down, I'd jump in and do it, even if it was worse. No questions asked.
So yes, a very heart-stopping story a little bit. And again, anything could have went wrong. That's something that I'm just like, I take my hat off to him even more is because he could have been swept away. The driver could have been swept away. The vehicle could have been swept even deeper. We never know what would have happened, but it was because of his quick actions that we didn't have to face any kind of terrible, terrible news in the story. Jazz, looking at this, that's a lot of water rushing on that vehicle. Can you believe what the person who was driving was thinking when he saw that man step in to help?
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine just what exactly was going through his head during this moment. And when he saw that man jump in and just selflessly put himself in that dangerous situation to help him, I imagine he was so filled with an incredible feeling of relief. I couldn't imagine being in this situation myself, and it looks horrifying. And just to see this man, a stranger, jump in to save him is just absolutely incredible. And I love highlighting these sort of stories because, as I always say, this really goes to show that there are a lot of kind individuals out in this world who would not hesitate to jump in and help you in your time of need. And I love seeing stories like this. And also, I thought it was just nice when he was given a quote and he said that he doesn't think he's a hero. He's just a construction worker who had the right set of tools at that time.
Yeah.
And excellent writing for that reporter. But also, I just think that it just really goes to show how humble he is, how he didn't see it as him being a hero, just him being a human being and helping someone who needed help in that moment, because who knows what could have happened. So it's just a great feeling, and it's great to see someone else stepping in.
And not only that, but also, one of the things and reasons why we love showing stories like this, not only does it make people smile and it makes people see those happy endings that we need to see in today's world, but it also should encourage and inspire other people to take their capes out if you need to use it to save another life,
Exactly. You never know when you might be put in a situation where you're not going to have time to really think, but you're going to have to let your actions push you into these moments, and you're going to have to jump into them without even really processing what's happening, but just knowing, like you said, it's primal. You need to jump in, you need to help this person, and again, be a human being to someone and respond with that decency to someone who is in distress.
Right.
You never know when that might be you, and you're not going to have time to really hesitate. So it really goes to show that anyone can be courageous, and you never know when you might be thrown into a situation like this. And it takes an insane amount of just courage to jump into something like that and bravery, but he did it. And I'm glad that he did, and I'm sure that the person that he helped is incredibly thankful, because it is really a blessing that he was there in that moment to help him.
Amen.
Yeah, so yes, it's terrifying. I couldn't imagine, because I have a little Charger, so I couldn't imagine being stuck in a situation like that and desperately trying to get out, and then seeing someone jump in and save the day, because it wasn't just one man; it was somebody else that jumped in too with their ladder.
Right.
So it's amazing. I love highlighting these different stories that are going on throughout the world, because it's so easy to get caught up in just the negativity. So I think Grant is just a really nice place to highlight all of the positive things that are happening, because there is a lot of positivity happening despite what you might see constantly being pushed out. So.
All right, so switching gears, Jazz. You a cheese chick?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you.
I love mac and cheese. I love cheese on my eggs. I love grated cheese on my salad. So yes, I am.
So are you like an American cheese chick, or you would eat any kind of cheese block?
Any kind of cheese.
Oh, girl.
Mac and cheese, of course, I need cheddar and sharp cheddar, mild cheddar. I need the cream to mix it up so it's nice and creamy.
Yeah.
For my burger, American cheese. What about you?
Girl, like I told you, basic as basic can be. Hook us up with just the yellow American cheese, and maybe some, like, I will say I'm a fan of Mexican cheese. Like, I love that.
Yes,
but I'm very when I start getting into all the different names and Hornbacher and stuff like that, I'm like, hey, how long this thing been sent out?
I understand that. Sometimes the basic hits the spot though. Sometimes you don't have to really add anything else or any twist to it. So
amen, Jazz. Well, thank you so much, girlie.
All right,
bye. Bye. Yeah, no, like I said, I'm a basic chick. If you guys know me, I am a basic person. If we ever go out to a restaurant or anywhere, you will hear me say, I'm pretty basic. All I want is X. Don't try to get all cute and fancy schmancy on me, because 9 times out of 10, I might be picky about it. Anyways, thank y'all for watching us. Again, I love having good news stories to pass along to you guys, good talkers to pass along to you guys, and things to showcase and highlight the awesome citizens that we have in our community here, even on a local level. So if you have anything you want to chat about, you got anybody you want to give a shout out to, or if you got anything crazy that you want to talk about that you're like, man, this got us riled up in the household, bring that to our doorstep, because we were be more than happy to have that conversation as well with you. Have a good one. We'll be back here again tomorrow for your hump day in the afternoon and the evening at WSLS.com on the Sprint.